So here are the 10 things that I didn't know before I came to Australia. 1. Australians are super outgoing and friendly. It's normal to say good morning or strike a casual conversation with people you've never met. Many times I've met strangers who can just tell me their life stories and don't hold back. In Asian countries like Vietnam or China, people are more reserved and keep things to themselves. 2. Freedom of speech. As someone coming from Vietnam, which is a communist country, I was surprised that Australians can freely hold protests without the fear of being suppressed by the government. A lot of people who are passionate about social causes can just go to the street and raise awareness. 3. Students and teachers have a more equal role in the classroom. I was really surprised how students here are so proactive in discussion and are encouraged to think critically. While in Asia, students are expected to obey the teacher and focus on rote learning. They're less willing to have their own opinions or challenge the narrative. 4. Australian culture are more individualistic while Asian cultures are more collectivist, both of which can come with pros and cons. Australians are more open-minded and more willing to embrace differences, so as an Asian, I feel welcomed by the people in this country. It was a pleasant surprise. 5. Australians really like the sun. This shocked me quite a bit when I saw people lying peacefully under the sun with sleeveless shirt. Asians, meanwhile, are the opposite. If we see the sun, we run away, or we use the umbrella and long-sleeve shirt as a weapon to protect ourselves. 6. Now on a bit darker note, in Australia, especially in big cities like Sydney, it's more common to see homeless people on the street. In Asia countries, we almost never see this happen. A common reason that is less discussed about on the media is that Australia has a high welfare system which could increase people's dependence on the state. 7. Now, animals here are treated really well. It's a funny scene sometimes to see the birds are not afraid at all of humans, and some of them, especially seagull, gets aggressive sometimes. Some people spend lots of effort to groom and dress up their pets. In Asia, you will see wild dogs, cats, or cows roaming on the street. That's like the norm. 8. So another interesting thing about the welfare system here is if you have so low salary, you don't need to pay tax. This is called the tax-free threshold, which is currently at $18,200, meaning the first $18,200 of your income is tax-free. Okay, now we come to number 9. You can personalize your number plates with a variety of options here, including background color, letters, and style plates. The price is usually affordable. Meanwhile, in China and Vietnam, this option usually doesn't exist unless you pay a hefty amount of money. And now, last but not least, I was surprised at the racial and cultural diversity in the big cities here. Most Asian countries like Japan, Korea, Thailand, or Cambodia are largely mono-ethnic, so if you are a white or black person, you would really stand out. While the majority of Australians are Caucasians, if you are Asians here, it's still easier to find your own community and feel belonged. And that's the 10 things I didn't know before I came to Australia.